Hello and welcome to Rookie Ninjas, where we explore day trading futures on the NinjaTrader platform, identifying supply and demand and reading price action, because retirement plans are for rookies and we're aiming for yachts. Happy Monday, and we're going to start this day off. We had a strong uptrend that looks like it had finally broke, and I was looking to have price start making its way back down to the last point that it was consolidating. And I did sit in this trade for a bit. The wonderful thing about trading is that in a matter of 10 seconds you could scalp out hundreds of dollars, and if you really scale up your accounts or your contracts, you can make even more than that. Now, this always comes with the negative, and for instance, here I have been trading for about, I think, half an hour to 40 minutes, and I think I read the signal right, although I almost got stopped out here. It took a whole lot not to just close it myself, but luckily price did begin to break down again, and I took my profit for a whopping $35 on our first trade. I don't mean to speak for others, but when something like that occurs, you get this strong inclination that you just want to jump back into the market. But you got to remind yourself that patience is key when it comes to trading. You want to wait for specific entries, and in this case, I'd waited around for the market open. Market open on the NASDAQ typically is extremely volatile, and it's something that I like to target. Here, price began to break up. I held for a bit, struggled there for a little while. After about 30-40 seconds, I decided to take the profit that I saw, putting us at 235. Now, here's an example of what not to do. You can have a strong push up like this in the market and think it's going to continue to go up. But a lot of times, if you see something clear as day, you've already missed your entry. Reading this next bar as a bearish signal, I went ahead and took a scalp heading down. I just wanted to see price try to test down before maybe continued going up, and luckily that worked out in our favor to end the day at 6:15. Starting our day Tuesday, I saw this real nice flag formation begin to form, and I was really hoping to see price break up from this point and have a nice bullish run. I wanted to see it break past, return down to test close to that point of consolidation, and in all honesty, I should have been a little bit more patient for price to test down, but I was on a tight schedule and I was ready to try to see if I could find something. With this trade in particular, something that I've covered in my videos before, but maybe at the moment I just wasn't really thinking about it. When you're in a trade, all you really want to see is what you're hoping to predict to happen come to fruition. Here, I was certain that price was going to break up, that we were going to have new highs and hopefully create a new high for the day. But as you can tell, price is really struggling to make it past that 690 mark, which typically is a clear indicator that we've reached a wall, point of consolidation, and that the buyers don't quite have what it takes to continue moving price up. 4 bars ending right around the same zone. At this point I realized it, and I was just hoping I could maybe scalp out something, but unfortunately price did take a turn. Alright, after seeing price be rejected so many times, I was pretty convinced that we were going to be moving in a bearish direction, but I wanted to see price fail at least one more time, and I found my entry just below this bar. In all honesty, we're about 9 minutes from the open. I shouldn't have really been trading, but I figured this might make for good content. Alright, perfect. At the very least, with that small scalp, we were able to regain the losses we had on our first trade. Price continuing to make new lows. again, there was really no reason to jump into this, possibly being a little bit over $300 away from getting funded. I decided to try to jump into another trade before the open as well. I quickly moved my profit target though, because I just didn't trust holding a trade long, especially before the open when things become so volatile. Luckily, we were able to scalp out about $100 more, bring our total to $705 for the day. After switching back over to this trial account, I tried jumping back in and seeing if I could catch the coattails of this bullish push. Became afraid and instantly regretted the decision as price continued to move up. From this point forward, really just kind of got emotional with this account, jumping in and jumping out of trades without any real rhyme or reason. Just looking to get the account pushed over that $3,000 mark. I came close multiple times. However, as you'll see, if you start to trade scared, where you're closing entries early or you're jumping into entries before they've really formed, it's something that you have to try to learn to recognize. Here, luckily, price kept pushing down and I secured quite a bit of profit, moving me $49 away from being funded. Now, I knew I didn't need much, but with the idea of being so close, I immediately jumped back in and jumped back in and then jumped back in. That bottom blue bar that you see across the screen is actually the low of the day. And what I was hoping is to see a new low form. Back up to 983 in profits. These, if you take anything from this segment of this video, take that, this is what you don't do. Even though I've secured profit, you gotta understand, if you start taking this many trades, a lot of times you're gonna just end up shooting yourself in the foot. And you can only take so much. It was at this point that I decided to call it a day, take a breath, take a walk, and survive to trade another day. Going into Wednesday, I noticed that price for the entire week had been trending down fairly steadily, and I wanted to see if this trend would continue, especially since we weren't at the weekly low or anything like that. So I wanted to place my entry just before the market opened with the idea that if retailers wanted to short price again to reach a new low, that I could maybe catch that storm. And luckily, just like that, price breaks down and we're able to have this account funded with 187 to spare. Alright, and that'll do it for this first live series. I just wanted to go in and show you guys kind of what to expect, at least to do Apex. If you don't know, Apex is a brokerage that you can get a funded account, and once you do, you can get something just like this. Now, like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any recommendations or you'd like to see me maybe tackle something a little bit differently, feel free to leave a comment. Stay tuned for new videos coming up very soon. Hopefully the goal is going to be to have at least 1 to 2 uploads per week. And until next time, happy trading.